our success is related to our capacity to add value to other people, to change other people's lives. If you don't have something that can bring value to the marketplace, if you don't have something that can change other people's lives, or if you don't have something that will improve the quality of their life, you will never be able to become successful. But there is a good news. Yes, there is a good news. The good news is this: all of us, we have something we can bring to the table. Hi Facebook, hi YouTube, hi Poker listeners. It's a pleasure for me to be with you today for a new session. I'm Zoe and I'm excited for the topic of today. You know, here in this platform we share nuggets, information, wisdom to help us achieve success, because we strongly believe that success is much more than just money and stuff. All those things are great, but for us success is about fulfilling the intention of our creation. That is our purpose, using our potential in a productive way. That is why in this platform you will be hearing us focusing on personal productivity, personal growth, and personal development, because I strongly believe that these are the keys that will help us move from where we are right now to the life of our dream. And today I want to talk on a topic that I really like, is productivity. Yes, we want to talk about productivity, and the topic of today is about the 5 game-changing things to put you ahead of the pack. The 5 game-changing things that will help you get ahead of the pack. You know that you will never be able to live the life of your dream if you do not develop or you do not build a productivity system, a system that will allow you to become productive. And in fact, when I remember, even in the book of the law, it is said that when he created man, he blessed him and said to him that be fruitful. And when I'm listening to the word fruitful, it reminds me of productivity, because productivity is nothing else than fruitfulness, your capacity to use what you have to produce more and more fruits that will impact many other people and change your life as well. Yes, because I believe that you cannot make a lot of impact and your life remain the same. The more impact you make, the more your life will become blessed. The more impact you make, the more your life will be successful. It is impossible to talk about success without talking about impact, because our success is related to our capacity to add value to other people, to change other people's lives. If you don't have something that can bring value to the marketplace, if you don't have something that can change other people's lives, or if you don't have something that will improve the quality of their life, you will never be able to become successful. But there is a good news. Yes, there is a good news. The good news is this: all of us, we have something we can bring to the table. We have something we can turn into an expertise. We have something we can turn into a value, into a product, into a service, into a quality that will turn us, or that will make us a person of value. It's about becoming a valuable person to your community, to your family, to your spouse, to your children, to your business, to your employee, to your niche, to your marketplace. It's about becoming a person of value. You know, Einstein said this: you should not pursue success. Your focus has to be to become a person of value. And this is very powerful to understand, that it's not about pursuing success. It's a waste of time to pursue success. In fact, successful people, those we admire, are not after success. They are after becoming excellent are delivering value to their niche, are delivering value to their marketplace, are delivering value to their community. Because the more value you bring, the more valuable you are or you become. And the more valuable you become, the more successful you will be. Success is related to your value. And when I'm talking about your value, I'm not talking about your value to yourself. When we talk about value, I'm talking about what you can bring to other people. And it is important for us to understand that success is about becoming valuable to others. And how do I become valuable to others? By bringing them value, by valuing them, by understanding their needs, by understanding their desires, by understanding their challenges and their problems, and by positioning me or myself in such a way that I will help them achieve their desires, solve their problems, improve the quality of their lives, and therefore I will be creating opportunities for my life to change as well. Your life will change as you change other people's lives. Your life will become valuable as you bring value to the marketplace. That is why you have to focus on becoming productive. And let me repeat it. I told you in the beginning of this video that when I talk about productivity, what comes into my mind, it is the words in the book of Genesis when God created man. The book of the law, the book of life says that when God created man, he blessed man and he told him, be fruitful. Fruitfulness is productivity, and fruitfulness means what? Fruitfulness means that you have a seed in the first place, because if I don't have a seed, I cannot be fruitful. When we talk about fruitful, we are talking about producing fruit, and a fruit comes out of a seed, and that seed, it's what makes you unique, what makes you different. And therefore, I want to picture yourself not just as a seed or someone who has a seed, but I want you to picture yourself as a tree. And therefore, you have to bring forth fruits that will cause people to run you down. Because when someone comes to a tree, it's not for the tree, but it's for the fruits that the tree bears that brings to that person so much satisfaction. And that is how you have to see yourself. You have a seed, you have a uniqueness, you have a gift, you have a talent, you have a skill, you have a competency, you have a quality. You have to become productive in such a way that you turn that seed into a system of production and multiplication of your fruit. That is nothing else than the transformation of your seed, your talent, your gift, your quality into something that is valuable to other people. That is the secret. You want to become successful, become a person of value. You want to become a person of value, find your seed and build a productive system or a productivity system all around that to help you turn that seed into a fruit for which people will start coming to you, because your fruit will make you valuable. That is why I want you to pay close attention to the 5 game-changing things I want to share with you today, because they will help you turn that seed, that skill, that uniqueness, that unfair advantage, what I call your difference, into an expertise, into something people will run you down to get. You will become a go-to person. And before I give you these 5 game-changing things, let me explain to you one of a simple but powerful secret when it comes to productivity. Game changers, disruptors, high achievers, top performers understand this principle I'm about to share with you. They understand that the difference is made when the world sleeps. Let me repeat it. The difference is made when the world sleeps. When other people are sleeping, whether early in the morning or late in the night, that is where game changers take their advantage over other people. That is where, when game changers get the edge over the rest, over the pack, because many people do not understand that these are the moments you have the capacity to do the work that will change completely your life and your future. What do you do when the world sleeps? Do you sleep also? Are you indulging yourself? Are you distracted in television and in other things? Because game changers take advantage of early in the morning and late in the night to do creative work, to do deep work that will completely change their lives. And what I'm about to share with you, these 5 game-changing things, these are the things you have to do when other people are sleeping, early in the morning or late in the night. Because these are the places, the moments where you will take advantage over the rest of the people. If you continue to wake up when the world wakes up, you will never be able to get ahead of the competition, to get ahead of in your field, to become a high achiever. Look, read every biography you want. You will understand this. High achiever wake up when other people are sleeping to do their deep work. High achievers go to bed when other people are already in bed, because they are spending time to do their deep work, their creative work, the work that will get them ahead of the pack. So it's very important for you to understand that you have to build the habit of waking up early or going to bed lately in the night. If you don't want to do that, then these 5 things I'm about to share with you, it will be difficult to you to apply them. But I want and I believe that you are watching this video, you are listening to this podcast because you want your life to change. Then here is my advice. Learn to do your deep work, your creative work, your game-changing work when the world is sleeping. Now, here are the 5 game-changing things you should do during those moments. The first thing is to work on your relationship with your Creator. Why is it important to work on your relationship with your Creator? My friend, let me tell you this. Don't listen to people who just say that it is hard work. I'm successful today. I've been able to achieve this great thing today because I worked hard. Yes, they worked hard. But I can show you many hard workers who are going nowhere. So it is not just working hard. Every person who achieved something significant succeeded because at a certain moment there was the grace. There was like a push from the divine. There was like a nudge from their Creator. There was like someone, an invisible hand, who opened a door for them. But you cannot reach that level where that grace will be manifested in what you are doing if you are not focused, if you are not committed, if you are not working hard, if you are not doing what you have to do. But you will never succeed just because you are working hard. You need the grace. And for that reason, high achievers do not play with their relationship with their creator. They have time, they build and they invest time for that, because it is in that relationship with your creator that you will be able to get hunches, that you will be able to get intuitions, that you will be able to get information that is not available to a normal person. That is where you will be able to get information from God. People call it infinite intelligence. It's God, it's the creator, it's a person. It's a person who can come, who can communicate with you, who can convey into your spirit deep insight, deep information, deep wisdom that will completely change your life. That is why first thing you have to do when the world sleeps is to work on your relationship with God. It may be prayer, it may be meditation, it may be gratitude, it may be reading the Holy Scriptures, but you have to work on your relationship with your Creator, because out of that relationship you will be able to get wisdom that you will never be able to explain to someone. You will be able to get intuition, hunches. People call it sixth sense. You will be able to know what to do where other people are stuck, because you have this support of the divine, of your creator, who is giving us his grace to be able to move ahead. So that is the first thing you should do, to work on your relationship with your creator. The second game-changing thing that will help you get ahead of the pack is to work on your relationship with yourself, your communion with yourself. Let me tell you this. Many people do not understand that much of the answers they are looking for, they already have it. But to get to those answers, they have to connect with their inner being. But it's difficult today in this distracted and distracting world to be able to get connected with ourselves, because there are many things that try to get our attention. There are many things that are here to distract us, and people have difficulties finding time away from any distraction and any devices to get in connection with themselves. And that is why it's very important when the world is sleeping to work on your relationship with yourself, to be able to listen to yourself, to listen to your spirit, to listen to your heart. And you cannot do that if you are not in a remote or a quiet place. And you will start noticing that you have many answers inside of you, and you only have to get in touch with yourself, with your inner being. And that is why you should work on your relationship with yourself, with stillness, quietness, meditation, self-awareness, mindfulness, that will help you get in touch with your inner being, inner feelings, inner voice, that will give you the direction you need in your life. That is very important. The third thing you should do when the world is sleeping is to work on your physical condition, on your body. It is when the world is sleeping that I'm working on my physical condition, and it's critical. People do not understand that your energy level will determine your creative thinking, your capacity to handle difficult situations, your capacity to go through challenging times, and your capacity to anticipate. It is very important. Willpower, your willpower is determined by your level of energy, because nothing can be done without energy. Energy is everything. I'm speaking right now in front of this camera because I have energy. You are listening to me because you have energy. You are watching me because you have energy. You are able to move, to speak, to laugh, to cry, to sit, to jump, to do whatever you want to do because you have energy, because energy is life. But when you lack energy, it will impact your activity, your capacity to move, your capacity to think. Do you know that our brain use at least 20% of our body energy? It's very important to understand. If your energy level decreases, it will impact the activities of your brain, the capacity of your brain to function in in an optimal way. That is why you should work on your physical body to fill up yourself with that energy that you will be using in thinking, you will be using in your activity, you will be using in deploying yourself throughout the day, because it is very important. That is the third thing that you should do when the world is sleeping. Work on your physical condition. The fourth game-changing thing that will put you ahead of the pack: when the world is sleeping, you should be working on your personal project. How many personal projects do you have? How many personal projects, do you have? How many of them have been implemented? Many of you have many or personal projects, but those personal projects have not been implemented because you have difficulties finding time to dedicate to those personal projects. You want to write a book, you want to start a blog, you want to start a video channel, you want to start a non-profit organization, you want to start a movement, you want to start a ministry, but you have difficulties because you don't have time, you don't find the time, or you do not create a time necessary to allow or to dedicate to that project. But high achievers use those moments when the world is sleeping to work on their personal project. And everyone knows that personal project, when they are well implemented, have this capacity to change our future. The 5 game-changing things that will put you ahead of the pack is to work on your future. That is a powerful activity that I do every time, to work on my future. When I'm talking about working on your future, what am I talking about? I'm talking about thinking strategically. Strategic thinking. It means to think in the long term. To think in the long term. How many of you spend time thinking in the long term, thinking in the future about themselves, about their marriage, their spouse, about their children, about their business, about their career, about their relationship with their partners, about their marketplace, their market? How many of you invest time to think strategically? High achievers have this tendency of being ahead of the pack because they take time to think ahead. Strategic thinking is to think ahead, is to try to visualize, is to try to anticipate where the trends is leading people, where the pack is going, where the marketplace is going, where the field is going, where your domain of activity is heading to. It's very important. Creative thinking is mandatory if you want to become successful and if you want to lead your field. These are the 5 game-changing things I want you to pay close attention to, and I want you to apply them in your life on a daily basis. Work on your relationship with your Creator, work on your relationship with yourself, work on your physical condition, work on your personal project, and work on your future by strategic thinking. It is very important. It will help you build that unfair advantage, it will give you an edge over the rest and you will see how your result will start skyrocketing, because you are doing things that the rest are not doing. While they are sleeping, you are doing your deep work, your creative work, your life-changing work. It is very important. I hope you've got some value from this session. It was a pleasure for me to be with you as usual. Don't forget, you who are watching on Facebook, follow us, subscribe to our page, like this video, share it in your different networks. And if you are watching us on YouTube, subscribe also to our channel, share this video, and like it also. You can leave a comment, you can leave your question, and I will be gladly answering them. If you are listening on the podcast, make this, spread the word about the podcast so that we can impact many more people. It was a pleasure for me to be with you, and don't forget, as I usually say, it was Zoe from Cameroon, and I wish you success.